alongside. It was 63-61, a war. You know, obviously we've discussed this before, issues with the turnover. Some tonight, self-induced. That probably helped the Blazers get back into it at the start of the second half. But yet, despite all that, you guys still found a way to get it done. Big game on the front line for Masalski.
Yeah, he was great. Really, he was awesome. 19-12. I didn't even realize he had 19-12. Oh, he's good, man.
He had more than that. We're going to correct that for you.
Okay.
He had 23 and 13. That's
this is old.
That's an older box. He had 23 on 10 of 15, 13 rebounds, and he blocked a shot.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's when we got him in the summer and knew that he'd be joining us, I knew our team would get a lot better very quickly. A guy that we've known for a long time, Dima's teammate on the national team, and we saw what he did at San Diego for 4 years. In his first 2 years, they were awesome. They went to the NIT. He was playing a lot of minutes on a really good team. Obviously, didn't have as much success the last years, but we knew how good he was, and that him coming into our program, playing with JB Leal, being a part of our culture, that he'd really take off. And just really proud of the way he competes, man. He played. How many minutes did he play tonight? 37.
Yeah.
That for a big guy to play.
He's got a whole week off now, right?
That's right. It was all or nothing tonight, and just really appreciate his effort and his buy-in. And he's been an awesome Don.
You know, Coach, we talked in the pregame about how this Blazer team guards.
Yeah.
But your team, the first 10, 12 minutes, really defended. They did not get any good looks at all.
Thanks, Andy.
They were 3 for their first 12 shooting the basketball. They were frustrated the first part of the ballgame.
Yeah, you know what? We defended them all night, to be honest. We did a really good job. I think we held them under 40 from the field and under 25% from three. Didn't give them any looks from three. And, we dominated the defensive end. We dominated the boards. We had a great rebounding effort tonight. We got 31% of our misses back. We held them to 20% of their misses. It's the ball handling. And really, more than anything, it's just we need to get comfortable. We haven't had any time to practice these last 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Now we have a week off before our next game. What I just talked to the guys about is I'm really pleased. We're very good, but we have a long way to go. And the fact that we have so much room for growth, being 8-0, says a lot about this group and what our potential is. And the two areas that we'll address all week is taking care of the basketball, and we got to make our free throws.
You alluded to, you get a stretch here. You played 8 games in 18 days.
Yeah.
So really, between games, you couldn't get into that full practice. You're having kind of a, scout-type practices where you're getting ready for an opponent. Now you can begin to do that a little bit here.
No, exactly. We need to. And in those situations, it's important to stay fresh. We're playing JB a lot of minutes, playing Yayan a lot of minutes, playing these guys. So instead of, overdoing it in practice, we think staying fresh makes more sense. But now we have some time to really get after it and practice a couple times. 2 really, really good practices this upcoming week. Two more kind of walk through type practices, and we should be better. We should get better, and that's what we continue to talk to the guys about. Like we just said, is like, hey man, we're 8-0, we're off to a great start, but we can be better. And I think it's something to really build off of this win tonight, because it's going to go a long way. You talked with your team today in the little film session before you went off to shoot around about the opportunity in this kind of ball game. UAB, good team. They could be in the NCAA tournament. They came in 52 in the Ken Palm ranking. And you mentioned, this is like a March tournament game in November, and you guys responded. Yeah, this is an NCAA tournament game tonight. This is let's say a 7-10 game, a 6-11.
The kind of
in
game
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Not to interrupt you.
Yeah.
But the kind of game that when they start putting up teams' records, late February, and they say a marquee wins.
Yeah.
And if this team ends up with 23, 24 wins, that win over UAB will be sitting there for you.
This will end up being a quad 1 win, neutral court, top 50 win. I think they're favored to win every game in their league.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll do it. They're close to it. They're an awfully good team. We just jumped. We got off to a great start, like you said, defensively. Got off to a good lead and just got enough separation. And, credit to them, because we knew it. We addressed it. We talked about it about 10 million times coming out of halftime. Hey, guys, they are going to bring everything they have. We have to be strong with the ball. We have to be tough. And, I think we weren't tough enough, and you got to give credit to them, because Jackson specifically heated us up and was really, really good on the ball, and it just took us out of sorts. And, I was a little concerned down the stretch. That we weren't going to give ourselves a chance with the turnovers. That stretch in the last 8 minutes or so, we did a little bit better of a job. Made some big shots, made a couple free throws, found a way.
I saw the celebration here at midcourt. Masalski carried off by Thank goodness it was Mark Gavetzi and Tape. If you're going to carry off Masalski, it's got to be the two biggest bodies to do it. But give us a sense of the mood in the locker room. It's nice to win a tournament.
Oh, it's awesome. It's why I coach. It's why being a part of a team is so fun, and to just enjoy the success of others, to continue to put the group ahead of individuals, and we're doing it. And so, now being 8-0, it's great for a coach because you're like, hey, man, this stuff's working. What we're doing is working. And so we'll continue to work hard and take pride in that. But a lot of joyous faces. It was a little bit of an exhale in the locker room after this game. Like, whew, thank goodness, as opposed to, a big celebration. But again, 8-0, and I'm awfully pleased.
Feels pretty good. Coach, you may not be aware of this, but I'll give you this stat. The last time USF started a season 8-0 was before you were born, probably, back in the 1976 and 77 campaign.
Yeah.
I was a junior in high school. You have to go way, way back. This is pretty special stuff.
That was 9 years before I was born.
Yeah.
So that
yeah.
But you know what? That was back, obviously, when the team was fantastic and winning or competing for national titles and nationally ranked, and that's the goal of this club. I think we should have a chance to be a top 25 team come next week. Added a couple wins, a couple big tournament wins, beating UAB. We'll be close. We'll get some votes.
You got some votes last time, right?
Yeah,
one vote in one poll, right? One, two in the other.
Yeah. So
but that gets you on the board, right?
And we won 3 more. We didn't, and a lot of those teams lost. So we'll be close. And again, going into that UNLV game, we'll get a lot better. I'm excited. I'm excited to get to work and get to practice, so we can really grind
actual practice
and hold ourselves accountable that way.
Coach, enjoy it. I can tell that it's got to feel pretty good. I can get that sense of enthusiasm you have as you sit down. Your team is 8-0, and now you get a few days of rest, some good practice, and go get UNLV.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Pat. Appreciate you.
All right.